perspective what Tavares has meant to the group?
Well, like I said, he's been a great player for us. I mean, I think it started, the captaincy switch and how he handled that, and just, came in and played extremely well for us. Done a lot of good things for us, and he's a great teammate, great leader, and been a fabulous player for a long time. He's
No surprise though that on the captaincy switch, nothing comes off his beam.
nothing. No, I think that's his character, and he didn't take it badly or anything like that. He accepted it and moved on, and he's been a great leader still. That hasn't changed, and his play on the ice has been really good for us this year.
The offense for William hasn't been coming up late. What's your sense of his all-around game
Yeah,
right now?
well, we talk about working his way out of it. I think, I go back to the Carolina game. I thought in that first period he was really explosive in that game and on top of things. Just getting him back to more consistency with that. And when he has opportunity, shoot the puck. Like he's got a great shot. And, he had a post last night on the power play, but he's got to shoot. And he's got to just stay involved in the game. A little bit longer than he is. Like, I think, just working your way out of it. Just like our whole team. Offensively, we got to keep working and got to stay on. Need second and third effort everywhere. This league's a second and third effort league. And this time of year, it gets hard, and we all know that. And we need second and third effort.
You said a little while ago that that you don't like your scratch players to sit too long, that you want everyone to feel involved, that they have a role in the team. But when you do sit a player down, is there a message involved?
Sometimes, yeah. It depends on the situation, Sometimes you're coming out of lineup because we're going to put in a different player just, for different reasons, right? But there is times where, a player needs to be better, for sure. So we talked to him about that, what he needs to do better and why in this situation, and need to reset and move on from there.
What was your message to Max today?
Why was there a message?
I don't know. It
Well,
seemed like you had a chat.
Well, I can't talk to a player out there.
What did you say?
I thought Max skated well in the game. I thought he was attacking and shooting the puck more, which is good to see. And just talk about staying in battles longer and using his body and physicality a little bit more in our own zone, killing plays, and then in the offensive zone too, winning those battles. He's a strong guy. He's got good skill. But I like the way he's skating right now, and he's got to keep skating and attacking and shooting and being direct. That was really what we talked about.
Can you feel that stuff sometimes wane with players, offensive players, when the points aren't coming, the offense isn't coming?
Pardon me?
Can you feel that kind of stuff wane when the offense isn't coming from players like that?
Well, I think sometimes offensive players, when things aren't going their way, they're not scoring, they tend to stop working a lot of times, like I said, the second and third effort. And, you got to continue to do that stuff. Like, you can't wait for opportunities. You got to go get them. You got to earn them. You got to go get it. It's like bounces, I said, well, last night we missed on some, we didn't get the bounces, right? But you got to work for them. You got to, got to create your own luck.
What have you thought of Max Pacioretty's season?
Well, I think he's been real good at times. I think, he's been a player that has been injured for the last couple of years and missed a lot of hockey, and this has been a lot of hockey for him this year, and I think it's caught up to him a little bit. But we get a little reset here and there with him not playing a game, but he's done a lot of good things. I think he's been physical, scored some goals, and I think he can score more. And I think, if he gets at a net a little bit more and keep that physicality up, he's a hard player to play against. So he's been a good player for us for a lot this year, I think.
How much can adversity, like during this stretch of games, help the team in the long run?
Well, it can, for sure. I mean, every team goes through it, and we're going through it right now. And, I think it helps you in the long run because you're probably going to run into it again and get out of it a little quicker or understand the situation. So, like I said, it's tough right now, but we just got to keep working and do some things better. And that's what we try to, teach our players, show our players, is things we can do better and the difference when we were doing things right and how we looked and how we look now.
What do you like about how Marner operates at the top of the power play when you've had?
Well, he's so elusive up there and moves so well and sees the ice extremely well. So very good in tight areas and making plays. In that shot last night, he'll shoot it from there, hit the post. I mean, he's not afraid to shoot it, and we need shots from the top. That's important on a power play. I mean, look at their goal last night. You know, they didn't get a shot, and then they shoot from the top, and it goes off a guy and goes in the net. So, you know, goals go in when you shoot pucks and you're around the net. Bottom line, you know, we got to.
Chris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin to Los Angeles Kings, possible deal with Toronto Maple Leafs. In an interesting twist in the NHL trade market, new rumors are emerging about Chris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin potentially being traded to the Los Angeles Kings. Sources indicate that the Kings, who have been one of the most active teams in recent weeks, are evaluating the possibility of bolstering their defense with Beauchemin, while Versteeg, who brings strong offensive capabilities, could be a key piece in a larger trade. This move becomes even more intriguing considering the Kings' surplus of offensive pieces available for trade, exactly what the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking for to strengthen their roster. It's speculated that with Versteeg included in the deal, the Leafs could be targeting a possible addition like Wayne Simmonds, along with a mid-range draft pick. This move makes sense given Simmonds' struggles this season, as he has yet to find his top form on the ice. To add more drama to the trade talk, there are even whispers that veteran defenseman Tomas Kaberle could be included, opening the door for a potential pursuit of Brayden Schenn. If completed, this move could have a significant impact on reshaping the Leafs lines and adding more depth to the team. Stay tuned for updates to see if these trades come to fruition and how they might shape the future of Toronto and Los Angeles this season. In an interesting twist in the NHL trade market, new rumors are emerging about Chris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin potentially being traded to the Los Angeles Kings. Sources indicate that the Kings, who have been one of the most active teams in recent weeks, are evaluating the possibility of bolstering their defense with Beauchemin, while Versteeg, who brings strong offensive capabilities, could be a key piece in a larger trade. This move becomes even more intriguing considering the Kings' surplus of offensive pieces available for trade, exactly what the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking for to strengthen their roster. It's speculated that with Versteeg included in the deal, the Leafs could be targeting a possible addition like Wayne Simmonds, along with a mid-range draft pick. This move makes sense given Simmonds' struggles this season, as he has yet to find his top form on the ice. To add more drama to the trade talk, there are even whispers that veteran defenseman Tomas Kaberle could be included, opening the door for a potential pursuit of Brayden Schenn. If completed, this move could have a significant impact on reshaping the Leafs lines and adding more depth to the team. The Kings' situation is complex, as they are in the midst of a transitional period. Their aging roster, which includes a core group that led them to several successful playoff campaigns in the past, has seen some struggles in recent seasons. While there's a clear need for defensive help, Los Angeles may also want to improve their offensive consistency in order to make a deep playoff push. The combination of Beauchemin's defensive reliability and Versteeg's offensive upside could help the Kings balance their lineup. From the Leafs' perspective, this potential deal is about retooling for the future. The team is in a position to compete, but they also need to solidify certain areas on the ice. Adding a player like Wayne Simmonds could provide the grit and scoring touch that the team has been missing. Furthermore, acquiring a mid-range draft pick could help with future team-building efforts, as Toronto looks to remain competitive while still developing young talent. The inclusion of Kaberle in the trade package could be a strategic move for both teams. The veteran defenseman, who has been with the Leafs for a long time, has seen his role diminished in recent seasons. However, his experience and offensive abilities could be a valuable asset for Los Angeles, who could use a steady presence on the blue line to help their younger players develop. The talk surrounding Brayden Schenn's potential involvement in the deal adds an intriguing layer to the negotiations. Schenn, a versatile forward, has shown flashes of brilliance but has been inconsistent at times. If the Leafs are able to land him, it could be a great opportunity for both the player and the team to find success together. Schenn's physicality, two-way game, and leadership could be exactly what the Leafs need to bolster their forward group. While the trade market can be volatile and unpredictable, these rumors suggest that both the Kings and Leafs are preparing for significant changes. For Toronto, this could mark the beginning of a new era, with a focus on adding more experience and depth. For Los Angeles, the trade could be a chance to retool and address some of the weaknesses in their lineup, while still competing for a playoff spot this season. Of course, as with any trade rumors, it's important to remember that these discussions are fluid and can evolve quickly. There are many moving parts in these types of negotiations, and both teams will likely have to weigh their options carefully before making any final decisions. It's also possible that other teams could enter the fray, further complicating the situation. In the coming days, fans of both teams will be watching closely to see if any concrete moves are made. The NHL trade deadline is fast approaching, and teams are scrambling to position themselves for a successful postseason. Whether this rumored deal materializes or not, the possibility of a major trade between the Leafs and Kings will certainly keep fans on edge as the season continues to unfold. The trade talks involving Versteeg, Boschman, and potentially Simmons or Shen highlight the delicate balance that NHL teams must strike between immediate success and long-term growth. Both the Leafs and Kings are trying to find that balance, and this rumored deal could ultimately serve as a